And looking at all of the women that were going through menopause was a wake-up call for me. It was a wake-up call for me to say, you have time to get this shit together. So I recently watched a video here on YouTube, and the title of the video was called Things They Don't Tell You as a Black Woman When You Age. And let me tell you, parts of it was very real, it was very relatable, it was even necessary. But some of it, let's just say it kind of, brought out a little something in me. I felt there was some heavy energy in the video. I felt there was some heavy energy in the comment section. And so I feel the need to respond. Because yes, aging is very real. I am a Black woman. I am aging. But baby, it doesn't have to be tragic. So let's unpack my truth about aging. And I also want to respond to some of the things that she said in her video. I want to respond with some tenderness, but a little tough love, because something that I noticed that we do in our community is we like to trauma bond with each other. We like to offer up sympathy, but we tend to gatekeep the good things. We don't like to talk about the good things. We don't like to share the good things. And so I want to be that creator that does that. So if you're interested in that, then please stick around. So let's unpack this. First of all, she talked about skin changes, and she said Black don't crack. Black doesn't crack, but Black sags. And I think that is what she meant when she said that, because Black women tend to look in the mirror and they see the sagging and they're like, oh my God, I'm getting old. And you are. There is a loss of estrogen. You're going to have dry skin. There's going to be fine lines. And I'm not denying that the loss of estrogen doesn't have an impact on you. But here's the truth. Your skin doesn't have to suffer in silence. There are options out there, especially for a decline in estrogen. Hormone replacement therapy. I talk about this all the time on my channel. HRT, collagen, proper hydration, high quality skincare. You can no longer go to Walmart, to Ulta. You got to get the medical grade skincare if you want your skin to look good. You do not have to mourn your glow, sis. You just need to update your regimen. You need to upgrade it. You need to put a little bit of coin to it. I'm almost 50 and my skin is still pretty much the same as it was 15 years ago. I have some very high-end things in my skincare regimen and some very low-end things. And I take those things and I mix them together so that my skin performs the way that I need it to be. So we got to stop blaming age for everything. Sometimes it's just things that we're being lazy about. Hair loss, she talked about, which can be hormonal, it could be stress, it could be aging, but it can also be low iron. It could be thyroid issues. So get you some labs. There's labs that you can do. Go see you a dermatologist. Find out what the root of the issue is and stop blaming aging, because your hair might be asking you for help. You may need to upgrade your hair care products. Beauty supplies products and products from Walmart, they may not be helping anymore. You may need to go to Sephora, to Ulta, and get some very high-end products to make your hair perform. Joint pain, she talked about, was another big one. She said, get ready to ache. And I say yes, but also get ready to fight back. Vitamin D deficiency is real. Calcium deficiency is real. Magnesium deficiency is real. Eating foods that keep you inflamed is real, okay? We're not strength training like we should be. We're not stretching. We're not properly hydrating. I know we're not, because I see us all the time. We need to be strength training the older we get, at least 2 to 3 days a week. If you can't hold yourself accountable to get to that gym, you need to hire a trainer so that they can hold you accountable. You can either give your body what it's asking for, or you can complain when it starts asking you louder. Midlife is not time to stop moving. It's time for you to move with intention and to move more. She also mentioned being invisible, like the male gaze invisible. I don't know really what she meant by that. But the male gaze maybe appears, maybe it disappears. Who knows? Here's where I lovingly say, who told you that was the goal? Who said that the male gaze is what we need to validate us as we get older? I'm not here for men as I age. I'm here for myself as I age. And I'm a married woman, and I love my husband. I love him to death, and his gaze matters to me. But my gaze matters even more. And there is something very magnetic about women who like their own reflection, who laugh loudly, who takes care of themselves, not for attention, but because they know they deserve it. She also talks about weight loss. We know the waistline may be hollering at us because we've lost our shape. And let's be honest, we do have some sedentary lifestyles. And that will snatch your waistline quicker than menopause. So you don't need to be skinny to be fit. You just need to be consistent. You need to be weightlifting, okay? Don't be afraid of that. You need to be doing cardio at least 150 minutes a week. You could be walking on the treadmill at a 3.0 speed with somewhat of an incline. If you don't want to do an incline, then bump your speed up to 3.5. But get your cardio in, get your weightlifting in, get your hydration in, clean up your diet, eliminate the alcohol, eliminate the caffeine. When we do these things to our body, it loves us back. And we can love our curves and we can keep them tight. But let's not act brand new like we've been doing this, because I know we haven't. I wasn't, and I'm not alone. She talked about feeling invisible at work, like in her family. And I get that. Like she was fading in the background. I get that. I feel that. We are in the sandwich generation and the struggle is very real. But here's the truth. Invisibility isn't inevitable. It's just a sign telling you that you need to start advocating for yourself. You need to start saying no. You need to start prioritizing your joy. People don't just stop seeing you one day. Sometimes we stop seeing ourselves. We look in the mirror and we don't even know what's looking back at us because we weren't prepared for this. We didn't prepare ourselves. And so now we're looking at ourselves in the mirror like, oh my God, who am I? And I'm feeling so defeated because I don't know what to do. I don't know how to fight back. I was there. I was truly there. When I turned 46, I was like, I don't know who this person is. And looking at all of the women that were going through menopause was a wake-up call for me. It was a wake-up call for me to say, you have time to get this shit together. And that is exactly what I have been doing. I have been working very, very hard to get my stuff together, from hormone replacement therapy to a very good supplement regimen, strength training 3 days a week, Pilates 2 days a week, Pure Barre when I can, hydration, diet. I've even stepped into the peptide world. Like I'm doing all the things because aging will humble you, yes, but it will bless you if you let it. We do not have to accept decline as destiny. We don't have to disappear. We can age with wisdom, with grace, with power. But let me ask you, what do you love about yourself now that your 20-year-old self didn't even know how to appreciate? Because I'm sure it's a lot. I don't want to be 20 again. I don't want to be 30 again. I want to be just where I am because I have so much more wisdom and knowledge and life experience, and things are coming alive for me now. So I just wanted to respond to that, and I'm going to start doing some videos on some things that I'm doing. I've been sharing those things, but I want to keep sharing those things because I want to change the narrative. So drop it in the comment section. Let me know. Let me know what you loved about yourself now that your 20-year-old self didn't even appreciate. Let's start to change the narrative together. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.